Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hotsport for a very, very, very interesting edition of Upset Alert. I have done very, very well over the season. I think I've gotten at least one a week. I would love to recap that. Maybe we'll do that during the break or something. Just, my record this season in terms of at least having an upset per week. There's some weeks where I haven't had upsets. There are some weeks where we didn't have upset alert at all. I don't believe we did an upset alert in the first week of the season. The second week of the season, what did I say? I said I had one City against Tottenham. Okay. We're doing this right now. Okay. I said City would lose to Tottenham. That happened. Liverpool, I had upset alert against Newcastle. That didn't happen. But okay, let's just go read the ones that. Okay, I was over in match week 3. Okay. Where's mine? I didn't do one for match week 4. I definitely did one for match week 4. It's just not here. Definitely had Tottenham slipping up to Brighton. Chelsea losing to Man United. That was a good one for match week 5. Liverpool losing to Palace. Called that one, guys. Just for those who didn't see it coming, I did. Liverpool losing to Chelsea. I had that one there too. Also the Crystal Palace Everton result as well. That was also one that I got. The Villa one, again over City, and that was the last one I really did. By the way, last week I got Man United drawing with Nottingham Forest. Anyway, guys, I'm getting way off the topic, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to Hotsport. Follow us on the socials. Hit the QR code for Fire Them Cannons. Go check out my podcast, Arsenal Only Podcast, of course, with the legendary Cal. And let's go. It is time now for Upset Alert. All right, guys. Well, let's go through. This is my format that I've been trying to do, and I will do it again. We are going to go through all the games this week. We're going to tell you the odds, and I will read each of the odds that are given to me from Sports Bets. We'll preview this round of games, guys. This is going to be fun. And by the way, when an upset alert comes by, we will hit the upset alert button, and then I will tell you what I believe could be upset potentials for this week. And Tottenham Hotspur hosts Manchester United at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The odds at the moment are Tottenham $2.75, the draw $3.40, Manchester United $2.40. So they're making Man United the favorites for this fixture. And my gut tells me, by the way, my Man United DAR has, since the Brentford game, has been pretty good. I was since the Liverpool game, maybe actually. But in recent weeks, I said that they would beat Brighton. I said they would draw with Forest. And in this one, I feel they will beat Spurs. I just feel like, Spurs didn't impress me last week. They just losing games at home. Lost to Villa at home, lost to Bournemouth at home, lost to Chelsea at home. And I just think they're going to underestimate Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. By the way, congratulations to him. He has now won the Manager of the Month, which for me doesn't make sense considering that Mikel Arteta went an entire month unbeaten without conceding a goal, but whatever. Let him have it. I know there's a curse for Managers of the Month, so I'm happy to Arteta to not win any Managers of the Month this year and win the Premier League title and win Manager of the Year. That would be better. But I have Manchester United defeating Tottenham. I think it'll be close. Maybe like a 2-1, maybe a goal fest, maybe 3-2, something like that. But I just think, again, they did it last week. Will Chelsea's defense be in trouble against Tottenham? Well, Chelsea kept a clean sheet. Will Tottenham smash United for their 5th straight win over Manchester United? And my answer is no. I think every dog has its day. A clock is right twice a day. And Man United will win. By the way, for people using clock is right twice a day in terms of me, I got news for you guys. If I'm one of those clocks, my clock is freaking right like 20 times a week. Anyway, Everton against Fulham. They'll be hosting them at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. I think this is going to be a bounce back win for Everton. I think Everton have been a little bit off of form recently, but I like them in this game. I know Fulham had a big smasher Rooney against Wolves, but that's Wolves. I actually thought Everton looked good against Sunderland, who was away from home. This time I think it's a home cooking. By the way, the odds from Sportsbet is Everton $2.20, Fulham $3.30, and the draw $3.10. So I've got Everton winning that. West Ham United hosting Burnley at home. All right, if West Ham don't win this one after they've beaten Newcastle, I don't know what to say. The odds are $1.85 for West Ham, $3.50 for the draw, $4.20 for a Burnley win. In the Clarendon Blues clash, I got the Hammers. I just think that they do have overall better quality. And hey, back-to-back home wins for Nuno Espirito Santo and West Ham. Congratulations, according to me. And now this one, Arsenal against Sunderland. What did I just do? You didn't expect me to do that, did ya? Look, I have to be honest here, guys. I do think Arsenal is going to win. I want to make that clear. But is this an upset alert? Alert? Yes. And I just can't lie against my nerves and my stomach. Granit Xhaka is sending out... I actually want to pull it up. I want to find it on my Instagram. Granit Xhaka is sending out pump-up videos to the Sunderland fan base ahead of this game. Let me try to find my old boy Granit. Like, this is ridiculous. Wait a second. Okay, guys. I'm just going to share screen with you for a second. This was impromptu, so... All right. This is what Granit Xhaka posted to his Instagram. Wait, actually, let's start again. Again. This is what he posted to his Instagram.
On this level, we need to show our standards day by day. I believe that how you train, you play.
Now Granit Xhaka.
I want to put the max for the badge, for the shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game means something to Granit Xhaka. And it scares the life out of me. Because this is a game that's so important for us to win. Like, a defeat to Sunderland could make this a title race. And I don't want that. I want to continue to win. I want to keep a clean sheet. And I want to put the pressure on Liverpool and City in their game. And this, for me, I cannot lie, considering the players that we have out, considering that Gyökeres is not playing, and all the other injuries that we got, and the fact that Mikel Merino, while he scored 2 goals in the midweek against Prague, the fact that he just isn't good at giving space to my number 10s to allow others to create makes me a bit nervous. Now, do I think we'll win? I do think we'll win. But I'm nervous. Mainly just because I think it's really time for Arsenal to once and for all show that we are different this year. This would be insane consistency if we pulled this off. Second time, every time going all the way up north to that weird kind area fills me with nerves. You don't forget, I put Arsenal up to the alert the last time we went up to this area. There's something about it. And I know Sunderland are a newly promoted side, but their captain used to be our captain. And we have love for Granit Xhaka. We do. At one point, it was not very positive between him and our fans. Let's put it that way. When he got stripped of the captaincy, I haven't seen just much more of a turnaround between in the doghouse with the Arsenal fans. They're one of our fan favorites. To one point, we start seeing Granit Xhaka, we got Granit Xhaka, we got. Well, now they got Granit Xhaka. And he's posting those things on social media, which means it's really, really big for him. Now, it can go one of two ways, I think. Either he comes up with a big performance, he rockets a goal against us, by the way, which nobody's done for a long time. Since the last time we were in this city was the last time we conceded a goal to Voltamata. I gotta tell you, for me, it's not just like upset alert. Like for me, if Arsenal concede a goal, it's an upset for me. Even if we go ahead, we win 2-1, I'll be happy because of what it means. Now, a little part of me will die inside because I'm like, we didn't get that record. We conceded a goal. A lot of people are like, I think that, this is a game where Arsenal's going to finally concede in, and I'm like, oh, please, no. I don't know why I'm a ball of nerves. Again, I think we're going to win. I expect us to win, but I'm being disingenuous if I would go past this fixture and say it wasn't up to the alert. There's something. I don't know. I just feel a bit of a knot in my stomach thinking about this trip to Sunderland. Maybe it's because it's the last one before the break, because the Liverpool are playing City, and I know that we drop points in this game, especially if it's a loss. If it's a loss, man, they're catching up some way. The gap is guaranteed to close. If it's a draw, we need the draw more than it being a convenient result. We need it to maintain the current one. But if it's a win, the title's looking like it's headed towards North London. It's like the gap widening again. It gives us a bit of a cushion to play with some tougher games to come up. That's all I'll say. And I would applaud Arteta and everybody for it. But I've spent too much time speaking about this one. Sunderland against Arsenal. It's a big one for me. I think it's a big one. I hope it's no upset, but I had to flag it as upset alert. Next one up on the list for me, Chelsea hosting Wolves. And no, not upset alert. But look, last time these two played each other, I believe it was a 4-3 thriller in the cup. But I gotta be honest, the Wolves have been poor. They've got 2 points all season. I don't see them going and beating Chelsea. The odds are $1.33. Draw $5. Wolves $8. By the way, I didn't tell you the odds for Arsenal against Sunderland. Arsenal's 140, draw 433, Sunderland 750. But I got Chelsea beating Wolves. Next one, Brentford against Newcastle. This one is upset alert for me. The last two home fixtures for Brentford have been against Manchester United, against Liverpool. What were the results? 3-1, 3-1. Or 3-2. I think it was 3-2 against Liverpool. Sorry. But they have done very, very well at home. They have knocked off some big boys at home recently. And Newcastle just went away and lost to West Ham. I think Brentford has had a better season so far than Newcastle. I think this is a dangerous, dangerous game for the Toon Army. I think if they were to win this, it would be a big one. And let's see. But I think of the two, this is the one that's most likely for me to be the one that I get. The odds is Newcastle $2.40, the draw $3.30, and Brentford $2.80. And I think Brentford $2.80 is a great bet. Actually, draw $3.30 is also a really good bet. You get better odds as well. Yeah. Again, remember, upset for me is that the team that's the favorite dropping points. So it's been a draw. Yeah, look. This is a big test of the medal for Newcastle. Because I think they dropped the bag here. We're looking at 12 points from 11 games. It's almost as many games with points. Newcastle fans, come outside. Chat to me if this were to be the case. Let's move on. Nottingham Forest against Leeds, the Cloughie derby. In fact, no, Clough actually managed Leeds for like a few months. He actually hated Leeds with a passion, which was the funniest part about him. Talking about Brian Clough, about him managing Leeds, and there's a whole movie about this. But I got Nottingham Forest 230, draw 325, Leeds 320, and I think the Nottingham Forest will win. They got that little good results to lift the spirits against Manchester United. Leeds coming off of a bad performance away from home against Brighton. I just think Forest is starting to wake up. I think they're going to start to turn things around now. And I got Forest winning. I think the odds are correct. I got Forest winning in that one. Crystal Palace against Brighton. This will be a fun one. I think two teams of a good level at Selhurst Park. Palace 220, Brighton 310, draw 340, and I got Crystal Palace to win. I was thinking draw, but Brighton haven't been good at home. They've been good away from home. They've been good at home, but away from home, with the exception of that game at the Bridge, which, by the way, Sunderland got earlier as well. I should mention that in that before. But yeah, I just think Palace have been really good at Selhurst Park. I think they've been excellent at Selhurst Park. I expect those guys to keep firing. I expect Jean-Philippe Mateta to keep firing. And I think Crystal Palace will get the win. Aston Villa against Bournemouth at Villa Park. Another really good fixture. Man, these are really good ones. Very similar to the other one. Aston Villa, $2.25. Bournemouth, $3.10. And a draw, $3.30. And that draw for me is looking tasty. And that's where I'm going to go with it. I think Villa at Villa Park have done some magnificent things. And I think Bournemouth, one of them's team lost to City. The other one beat City. But I just feel like Bournemouth are going to bounce back here. They've been really good this season. They've been consistent this season. And I think I'm going to back that consistency and pick a draw for this game. And then, of course, and we'll end this off, the game of the week. I finally got to put my chips on the table for who I think will get this job done. The game of the week. Many times we outline the ramifications for this. This could be the season for either of these teams. The odds is $1.85 for Man City. Liverpool $3.75. The draw $3.90. And I gotta say, bet the draw. Because, hey, it's the highest odds. It's $3.20. You get the best payout. And I just see City, hitting good form. They won, I think, 3-1 in both of the last two games. They're 4-1 against Dortmund. So yeah, they've looked good in those last two games. Both of those games were at the Etihad, so they're hitting form of the Etihad. The Liverpool are starting to come to life, and they beat Real Madrid. You got to give love there, and for me, that's perfect. I got a Liverpool team that's starting to gain some confidence, and a Man City team that has confidence, that's also starting to gain confidence, and now they're going to clash. And for me, I think it's going to be a really, really fun game, but I think it'll be a draw. I think either 1-1 or 2-2, something along the lines. I don't think 3-3 is ridiculous. poorly as the defense has been for both these games in some games, fixtures, I don't think it gets there. Oh, sorry. So I think it'll be a draw, and I think Arsenal will gain 2 points in the title race, despite me having them on upset alert, of course. But anyway, guys, thank you once again for watching. Enjoy the matches this week. We start off, by the way, early again, as I said. Early kickoff. It's actually 11:30 p.m. at my time. Tottenham against Man United. That's going to be a doozy. As I'm saying, so many freaking good games. Then you got that, that late game, Arsenal, Sunderland, of course. You got that prepare Brighton and Palace, Villa and Bournemouth. That one, Northern Forest against Leeds. And of course, the premier showdown of the weekend, City against Liverpool. Something's going to give before the break. It's a great last taste of Premier League we're going to get before the international break. Anyway, guys, enjoy your games this weekend, and I will see you guys on the next video. Anton out.